You don't need to believe in anything right now. Not in angels, not in signs, not even in yourself. Just stay here for a moment. Because if you clicked this video, it wasn't curiosity alone. It was recognition. Something in you already knows that effort hasn't been the issue. Trying harder hasn't been the issue. Wanting more hasn't been the issue. There's been a quiet tension inside you, not loud, not dramatic, but constant. Like standing near a door that never fully opens. You push, you wait. You tell yourself, maybe later. And nothing happens. What most people don't realize is that blocks are rarely external. They're emotional permissions we never gave ourselves. This isn't about money yet. And that's important. Because the moment money enters the conversation, your nervous system tightens. Your mind starts negotiating. Your guard goes up. So let's not do that. Instead, notice this. How tired you are of trying to figure it out. How tired you are of being told you need more faith, more belief, more discipline. What if none of that was missing? What if the only thing that never shifted was your internal sense of safety? Right now, imagine something good arriving unexpectedly. No struggle attached, no justification needed. Notice the first reaction in your body. Is it relief or discomfort? That reaction is the doorway, because the angelic presence guiding this message doesn't arrive to give you something. It arrives to show you something you've been holding without realizing. Stay with me. Most people believe blocks are punishments, or lessons, or signs they're not ready. But blocks are actually protectors. At some point, often early, your system learned that receiving freely wasn't safe. That ease came with consequences. That visibility attracted pressure. That having more meant losing something else. So your mind adapted. It learned how to desire without allowing, how to dream without opening, how to work without receiving. That's why effort never felt aligned, because part of you was pulling the emergency brake. This is where the angel appears, quietly, not to command, not to judge, just to stand beside you and reflect something back. You don't need faith because faith asks you to override doubt, and overriding never works long-term. What you need is permission. Permission to feel safe with more. Permission to let things arrive without earning them through exhaustion. Permission to stop proving you're worthy. If this resonates, you're not alone. Many people feel this but never name it. Sometimes just acknowledging it, even silently, begins the shift. Here's the shift. You were never meant to force openness. Openness emerges when identity changes. Instead of asking, why isn't it working? The better question is, who am I when something arrives easily? For many people, that identity feels unfamiliar, almost threatening. So the angel doesn't push you there. It introduces the idea gently. What if receiving wasn't a test? What if ease didn't require explanation? What if you didn't have to become someone else? Only stop bracing. This is where identity softens, not into passivity, but into alignment. You begin to feel less urgency, less pressure to control outcomes, more trust in timing, not as belief, but as bodily calm. This is the moment where the internal door unlocks, quietly, without fireworks. And that's how you know it's real. Safety changes everything. When you feel emotionally safe with possibility, your decisions shift, your tone shifts, your presence shifts. Opportunities don't feel overwhelming anymore. They feel neutral, inviting. This is why some people seem lucky. They're not chasing, they're available. The angel's role here is simple, to remind you that nothing needs to be forced today. If this message brought relief, even briefly, that's your signal. Not to act, but to allow the feeling to settle. You don't need to share this. You don't need to explain it. Just let it land. From here on, things may feel subtle, but subtle is powerful. You may notice less resistance, less overthinking, less emotional tightening around outcomes. That's the shift working, not because you believed, but because you stopped guarding. And that's all that was ever required. Stay open. Stay grounded. Nothing else is demanded of you.